But the beginning of the solving of the problem is to recognizing what the facts are, what the truth is. And you can't change it until you first recognize the truth. So tonight, I want to speak some truth. Is that okay? Don't get mad at me. Now, I need some security up here. I'm serious. I'm going to say some stuff. You got my back? You sure you got my back? I had a conversation with a young imam a few weeks ago. 26 years old, new imam. What he told me altered my life. It woke me up. As an imam, as a parent, as a leader, it woke me up. And I hesitated telling you what he told me. But I said, if I'm going to do my job, I must tell you what that imam said. Because what that imam said, inshallah, if we appreciate what he said, Allah will help us. Help the Muslims. Help the Muslim youth. One more time, I want to make sure. Permission to speak straight? Okay. He said, Imam, I was born to a Muslim family. One of 10 children. Spent all my life in a Muslim school. From a child, I went to a Muslim school and I graduated from Muslim schools. And I said to him, Imam, I wasn't blessed to go to a Muslim school. I went to a public school. And at the age of 19, as a freshman at New York University, I accepted Islam and I became a Muslim. Never went to a Muslim school. He said, Imam, in my Muslim school, there were 350 students. 350 students in my school. And he said he would have to fight the Muslims, the Muslim children, because he wanted to practice the faith. And there were some in the Muslim school who wanted to act like this was a public school and wanted to do the same things they do in the public school. So he became angry at the Muslims in the Muslim school. And he had to fight hard to keep his faith in the Islamic school. And then he told me this, what I'm going to tell you, that hurt me, but then helped me to put things in perspective. He said, Imam, of the 350 students in this full-time Muslim school, I'm the only one that's still practicing Islam. And then he said, in a Muslim, I think family has to be taught to one another. This is a family setting, and we have to be real with one another. And if we're not real with one another, we can't solve the problem because we don't recognize the problem. And there's real issues that we have to recognize, at least discuss it, so that we can begin to change it. He said in one Muslim school, the entire graduating class, it wasn't that many, maybe 7 sisters, all of them pregnant, out of wedlock. You said, Imam, that school wasn't a good Muslim school. The problem was the school. Our school's not like that. I don't think that it is like that. I think that this school is special. That's not my point. I'm making a bigger point and telling you why you have to give your blood and your sweat and your money to IQA so that we can stop this. Because I don't think you know what's going on around the country. I read a newspaper, a magazine called The Economist. How many of you read The Economist? 2 weeks ago, they had an article about education. You may not know this, but the educational system school. Even the people that don't drop out of school, they are bankrupt spiritually and morally and psychologically. And they gave a reason why, one of the reasons why. And this is why I love the teachers at IQA. One of the major problems in the public school system are the teachers. One of the major problems of the public school system are the teachers. Why is that? Because they say, it's not my words, this is what they say. They say because the public school teachers are not the best. Because all of the people that have something are leaving the public school and going in the private sector. And some of so the teachers get what you call tenure, right? Tenure means that after a period of time, it's difficult to dismiss them, to fire them. So sometimes you got some horrible teachers that ought to be fired, but you can't fire them because the strength of the union, and the union protect them even though they're inadequate. So you have that in the public school system. In order for a school to be successful, you need two things. Number one, IQA has it, and that is curriculum. There's not a better curriculum. When you have a curriculum of Quran, there's not a better curriculum. The best of you, those who learn the Quran and teach it. So when you have a curriculum, it has the Quran and the Sunnah and the fiqh and the Islam, as well as the mathematics and the science, then you're doing pretty good. So number one is curriculum. Number two is teachers. Dedicated teachers. And you know one of the things that teachers need? Teachers need love. They need to love the students. But many of the sisters about the teachers in the public school system, it's about money. It's about getting paid. It's about my paycheck. Where's my paycheck? Where's the money? Where's my money? All they want is the money. And they get paid pretty good in America. The average public school teacher in America makes $50,000. In Texas, the average school teacher, public school teacher, makes $44,000, I'm sorry. In California, the average public school teacher makes $63,000. $63,000 in California, $50,000 overall in America, $44,000 in Texas. What about the Muslim school teacher? What is the average salary of the Muslim school teachers? And here, I have to be honest with you, I'm ashamed of the Muslims. The average Muslim school teacher at a Muslim school is $16,000. $16,000. Now, raise your hand again, the teachers here. Now, I'm not trying to get your business. I don't know how much money you make. But it ain't 44,000, is it? Maybe. Yeah. You have any more positions? I think I'm going to come over there and teach in that school. You make that kind of money. But this school's an exception. It's an exception. If the teachers are getting paid a good salary, it's an exception to a rule. Right? It is an exception. You make money. Huh? More than 16. 16,500. No. Now, what am I saying? It's not right. It's not right in this society